Hey dancers, welcome back to my channel. I'm Claudia Dean and today I have the amazing Kenzie on my channel. You all know Kenzie from Instagram and from my videos as well. But today we are filming a very exciting video. It is going to be called the Technique Hacks. And what I've done is I've selected various steps and various hacks, and I'm going to be revealing to you all the secrets behind these steps and how you can master them all perfectly. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I think, Kenz, let's get straight into it. Now Kenzie, the first technique hack I have for you is to do with ponchés. So obviously when we do a ponché, I always find that a lot of dancers, they lose their balance, they lose the stability, which then stops them from getting their legs up. So I'm going to give you a little hack that's going to help you stay more stabilized when you're down in the middle of your ponché. And what you're going to think about is this: you prepare here. Now you go up into Arabesque. Now as you go down, 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 down. Now I want you to imagine that there is like a tiny bench here and your hand is holding onto the bench. It gets there, it holds onto it, and then you recover. Okay, so it's power of the imagination, and this is what a lot of these hacks are about, dancers. Using your brain and creating imagery to help you stay on balance or do a better turn or do a better balance. So for this one, you're going to imagine there's a bench top here. You do your ponché all the way down, you hold onto the bench top, and then you come back up. Try it. Hold onto the bench top. And then come up. Good. Do you want to try going a little bit higher now? So still think of that, your train of thought. Hold on to the bench top. Good girl. Perfect. Now something to remember, dancers, is when you do something like this and when you use imagery, you want to make sure that as you go down, you're not actually going to show you holding onto the bench top like this. Otherwise you're going to have a flexed hand. You still have to keep that elongated line. It's just, as I said, the power of the imagination. Go Kenz! Kenzie, the next technique hack, again, we're going to be using our imagery, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into attitude and we're going to do a balance. But when you balance, I want you to imagine that there's a big beach ball right here, okay? And your elbow is supported under the beach ball. Imagine the beach ball. That was so good, Kenz. Try it just once more, even by yourself, like even going up by yourself like that, and imagine the beach ball. Good girl, Kenz. With the balancing too, Kenzie, you can think of that in Arabesque with your supporting side. You can think of it in like a second with your supporting side, the beach ball. So whenever you've got that arm out to second, you can always think of the beach ball. So use that one, dancers. Amazing, so good. Okay, let's get on to the next hack. Now, the next technique hack is about turning. Everyone loves turns. So now what we're going to talk about is your arms when you're turning, Kenzie. So I always find dancers, when they turn, they do a much better one when the arms are actually higher, because the back and lats and everything through here is working correctly. So that area. Yeah. The lower our arms are like this, the more all of this like disengages and doesn't work. So the higher Kenzie can lift up her elbows and pull the shoulders back. So the higher she can lift them and keep them there when turning, she's most likely going to do a better turn. So now Kenzie, let's put it to the test. Face this way. You're going to do an en dehors turn and you're going to try and think of your arms being in line with your shoulders. Yes, that was good. Very, very good. So you just make sure you just keep thinking of arms up higher, because that's going to help your turns. And I can confirm as well, I've had a lot of dancers tell me that that even helps their jazz turns, like lifting them up higher too, because again, it engages your back. So give it a go. Now, the next technique hack is all about imagery again, and this one goes back to balancing in retirés, because how often do we balance in retiré? A lot. So go to retiré for me, Kenzie. Now, what you're going to imagine is this: when you let go of this hand, right, naturally energy is going to shift this way. okay? Because you're bringing energy across. So hold back on again. What I want you to remember, when you bring this arm in, you're going to imagine that there's a big brick wall on this side, so no energy can keep traveling towards this way. You have to pull up against the brick wall. Go, Kenzie! What a star. So try that, everyone. It really works. So the reason why that does work really well, dancers, is because when Kenzie brought in this arm, the energy then, instead of going that way, going towards the working leg, which you don't want, it actually ends up staying in the center because you're thinking of the brick wall. So it's so important that when you are doing steps like that, you always want your energy to either be in the center, so on your center line, which is down there, or alternatively on your supporting side. But in that case, that worked really well for you. Now dancers, the next hack is all about extensions and how you can make your legs look higher and how to actually get them higher too. So Kenzie, we're gonna do a développé to the side. However, you're gonna go up to retiré. Now this is the key hack. You're to keep the hip in and down in the socket, but now Kenzie's gonna lift her knee before she extends out to the side. Boom, there you go. That's how you get high legs. If Kenzie was to miss that out, just go back to retiré, Kenz, and if she was to just sort of extend where she was, see the difference? So it's really important that you show, bend it in again, the high knee, and then out. Exactly. One other thing that I'll just quickly say, when you do this little hack, you have to remember that you don't hold it in retiré because it's not the prettiest position. It's about unfolding the leg quite gradually, but still showing that position. So give it a go again, Kenz. Go. Up and boom. Perfect. Now the next hack is going to help you appear to be jumping higher in your grand jetés, and that comes down to how you want to coordinate your arms when you go up for a jeté. For example, just go back up to the corner, Kenz. So what Kenzie's going to do, everyone, to make it appear like she's jumping higher, she's actually going to start her arms and go to fifth before her front leg is out. She's going to do the jump. As she's landing, she lands and then her arms come down. This makes it look like she's in the air for longer than what she is. And I'll show you two examples of her doing it good and then her doing it obviously not so good. Right, let's go, Kenzie. 5, 6, 7, and D, da, 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 arms. Yes, that was perfect. I'll get Simona now to put it in slow motion so you can actually see. So this is an example of Kenzie lifting the arms up later than the legs and then dropping them down before she lands. Have a look. You see how there, it appears to be really heavy, doesn't it? Whereas before, it looked like she was in the air for about 3 solid seconds, and just then it was like half a second. So definitely do that hack. And just then, you were still thinking about doing split, everything, right? Exactly. So there we go. Make sure you try that one, dancers. Now the next hack is all about making sure that your jumps appear to be really light. And what I always say is, imagine that you have grapes underneath your feet and you can't squash the grapes. So when you land, it should be silent. Go, Kenzie. Oh! You got to imagine the grapes. That was better. And again, grapes. Yes. For Kenzie, you know what I'm noticing? Right before she lands, she does a little flex instead of that. You want to do big toe, demi point, 3/4 point down. Yes! Try once more. Yeah, that's a bit better. So make sure you do that, dancers. Imagine the grapes, underneath your feet. Now the next hack is about turning again. Okay, so now Kenzie, you're going to do a pirouette and you're going to imagine that your 2 middle fingers, they have to touch. Yeah, so you have to think about the connection of them going when you do a turn. Try it, even just a double. 1, 2, go. There you go. So what this does, dancers, so not only does it make the turn easier, but it actually looks a lot better because everything is more symmetrical. I find a lot of dancers when they join their arms into first, so lift them up, even doing this when you turn, it makes it unsymmetrical. You want to make sure it's completely together. That's it, Kens. Stay tuned right to the end because I have a really cool hack about high fives. Now, the next one is about arabesque turns. So Kenzie, when you're here preparing for your arabesque turn, you want to feel like this arm here is a dead weight. Yeah, so when you actually go round, it goes, wait, relax it. Like that out. So you go weight in the arm, boom, and then it snaps into the arabesque position. 1, 2, go. Yes! That was nice. See, what it actually does, everyone, it just gives you a bit more momentum and natural force as well. It's not like a forced energy to go round. It's very natural. That was really good. Good girl. You going to use that one? Yeah. Now, everyone, the next hack is all about getting your knees back when you do a grand plié. So, Kenzie, as you go down, I've got 2 for you. You need to imagine that you're in a toaster, so you don't want to get burnt. Or you can imagine that there's glass completely against the knees here as you go down for the grand plié, okay? Go down for me. Go. Glass, glass, glass. Good. Then come up. Glass. Yes. That was good. So for Kenzie, she does have very flat turnout, but even if you do have restricted turnout, as you go down, even that thought is going to help the legs appear to be more turned out and again, activate all the right muscles. If you need help activating any muscles though, make sure you go check out all my other videos because I talk about that so much. So now, the final hack. This is like a fun one though. When you high five someone, you're meant to look at their elbow and then you end up doing a perfect high five. Okay, so we're both going to look at each other's elbow, okay? 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Elbow, you have to look here. 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? It aims really well. Did you know that? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was a good one. Go, Kenz. Thank you so much for watching, dancers, and thank you, Kenzie, for being a part of my hack video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.